are live. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's NashvilleLou Live back on the air, October 31st, 2024. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. We'll have some Meta Battler. We'll also have some Twitchy Tides. I know I've got 6 people in. We'll get an early game if demand proves to be there for it. Exclamation point play gets you in. And remember, with the new Twitchy team setup, you can designate 5 different fish in your collection. And then choose whichever one you want based on the stream or the circumstance. So I'll go with the 4th one in my roster here with that pumpkin theme to it. Hello, Random King, Nadu 6, Four Slayer, Solkanar, Naznara, Terran Lore, Zach Bonifer. We get 2 more in, then we'll have enough to have an early Twitchy Tides game. 10 is the minimum for it to count. Planning to go about 2 hours with this and then do a raid over to Cam No. Cam's got some big giveaways slated for today. We'll be going clear into the evening U.S. time with Consumer Break coming up later tonight. So that should be a lot of fun. So I'll be raiding over to Cam No's, getting it started a couple hours from now. So 8 people in, we get to 10. If it happens early enough, we'll get that game going soon. We'll get things loaded up here with Meta Battler. There's a lot going on with the game. Get the PvE, player versus environment. Playing against the computer, essentially, these towers. You got 5 different towers, but this one with the horrors. I managed to get 4 in before got the broadcast started. So we'll see if I get anything out of this. Every hour, along with what's being given away with the standard, as far as the every hour giving away those 5 packs, those Alien Hunter packs, the collaboration between Alien Worlds, very big game in the world of Wax, and Meta Battler, where you can use anything on the Wax chain. It's quite nice. We'll get that soon enough, as far as it's a little bit past top of the hour for when they actually, it's slightly like maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes faster, or later, I should say, for the horrors, the way it's set up, which is fine. But you can tell in 57 minutes. Let's go ahead and play this one. We got 1 more to get in for this first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. Get to 10, we'll get it started. Hello, Enmata. This broadcast today, winners will receive a Warsaken Foil Prime card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection. They'll give you a boost here in Meta Battler. We've got 9 in, we need 10 to have the minimum to have it count. So once we get to that, hopefully soon, then we'll get that first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast started. Back over here with the 4 Horsemen Tower. Put a couple of decks. Normally I only have the 1 deck in here, so I don't pick the wrong one. I was testing the game Foot Brawls. Charmin in the works of creating, is already created. They had that tournament. I was knocked out in the first round this past Saturday, so I did that with some of his cards. But for this purpose, like, stick with my ace deck. A lot of stuff from me, a lot of stuff from the NashvilleLou collection, to be precise. And we got to 10. All right, hello, Jeff 0079. I was saying when we get to 10, we'll get started. So let's get to it. Winner gets a Warsaken Foil Prime card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection in this Twitchy Tides game. Here we go. Good luck. If I win, prize goes to 2nd place. Big Worm with a hook. I'm out. So we're down to 9. Jeff with that spook command. Only fitting here on Halloween. Debo the Shark eliminated Naznara, then got sent packing the other direction. So we're down to 8. Up top, Pink Felicia. We're down to 6. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? There's the hook from Big Worm. Terran Lore is eliminated, and we're down to 5. Depth charge. That takes out Sulkin Armor down to 4. Zach Bonifer, Nadu, Four Slayer, and Random King, the final 4. Cannonball up top, and it misses all 4 remaining competitors. King Felicia working right to left. Bottom half of the screen. There goes Random King. There goes Nadu 6. Just behind Zach Bonifer and being eliminated. So congratulations, Four Slayer. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. I'll bring the slate back up here for just a moment. All right, so we're back open for the next Twitchy Tides game. You can join that list with exclamation point play in chat to get in for the next Twitchy Tides game. I do one near bottom of the hour for at or about 25. I think that's a fair number to say. So you can get in with exclamation point play to get in for the next Twitchy Tides game. Here I am taking on the easier to show than to tell. It's the Four Horsemen. It's a short tower. Only goes up 5. You'll notice 174, 157, 149. These triple-digit numbers. I can't match that. Even little 3. Really need some luck. The idea with this, you're getting your first 2 levels knocked out, and then boom, you can move on to something else. You get pretty good odds as far as the time you spend versus the chance of getting a pack. This has proven to be the best for that because it's so difficult to climb this one. It's a short tower anyway. Plus, with so many people distracted between the alien worlds, co-promotional event going on, the TLM, that sweet, sweet TLM people are earning, including me. But then on top of that, you've got with the horrors and those devil packs, as they're called. We'll get more to that here in a little bit. This Halloween edition, Meta Battler Episode 9 with Twitchy Tides, NashvilleLou Live, taking on the Reaper. Straightforward here. I want to avoid the blues. I'll use my highest white cards for the 3 elements. It's very simple with Meta Battler. Fire beats ice, ice beats water, water beats fire. Red beats white, white beats blue, blue beats white. If you have red, white, and blue, or if you forget, I specifically have a special overlay in that bottom right corner to show you. So if you know rock, paper, scissors, you can figure this out. If you both have the same element, the player with a higher level, that number. So this 79 goes against, say, a 72 against a normal deck that would have a blue in there. This one doesn't. It would be the number which would... So my 79 beats a 30 or whatever. Let's see what happens here with my 71 ice. It beats the 33 ice. We got 5 people in for that next Twitchy Tides game. And if we have 25 or close to it by bottom of the hour, we'll have a game then. Otherwise, we'll wait just a little bit longer with it. 1 more to go to win the round. So not a flawless victory, but 9 out of 10. It's level 1, so you're not getting a lot of MVP. The real value here is getting these levels complete, these first 2 levels. And from a time management standpoint, you got a 10-minute break during work and you're slammed. If you can at least get a couple of games on this level, you'll have your best chance, at least from what I've seen, at possibly getting one of those packs. I think it's really smart what they've done to reward and incentivize not only daily play, but even hourly. John and Richie, the guys from Ultra Rare, they've got a winner with this game. This will be fire every time, so I really... On the odd chance it would have been a low number, I would have potentially wasted a chance. 89 runs into a 91. That's tough. I need some of the blue cards. Give me some water. More water. More water. 84. Doesn't matter how high the number is. Ice is going to lose to fire every time. It's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. Another Twitchy Tides game coming up. Got 7 players in right now. If you want to join the list, see it there top left of your screen. Exclamation point play. Just type that in chat to get in for the next Twitchy Tides game. Some water. On one more water. Another 3 health points. I can't win this one. Not this round. Down to 2. 72 is a low number. It's unlikely to win here. It's going to come down to this last one. All out of water. Done deal, pal.
Foolish mortal.
Called a foolish mortal. I mean, these are high numbers. 98, 98, 99. I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous. I mean, okay, you know what? This is like, all right. We'll come back later and deal with this. It's like you get 1 level there, pal. That's it. Concede. So only at the 1 as opposed to the 2. But then I can start a new campaign. Let's see what it would be for level 2 here. Those would just be all white cards. We'll see. But first I have to beat death. No biggie. We'll start it off easy for you there. Take on death. In an urban landscape environment, no less. They get some vibrant backgrounds here with Meta Battler. NashvilleLou Live will have another Twitchy Tides game coming up. Rising Dragons in, that gets us to 8. And I was saying before, if we get to about 25, close to 25, by bottom of the hour, we'll do another Twitchy Tides game. Then, if not, then we'll hold off a bit longer. One of the many things I love about Meta Battler, not only do I get to use my own cards, people can design their own digital items on wax and use them in-game. I mean, you have tremendous latitude with that. What I've been doing with the newer stuff, emulating what I did before years before this was a reality, was some of my promo cards, 500 by 600 pixels. Gets you what you need on screen. It gives enough room for the little overlay part with the given element and the level number, and then the bottom part with the, like the LOU for me, that's my secondary logo here for the NashvilleLou collection, NashvilleLou Live, and then the mint number. And so that gets that where it just has like a dark background to it, so it doesn't overlap what you have. A little bit easier to show than to tell on that one, but we'll get to it in a minute when one of them shows up. And you got a mix of other things in here. I've got some of the ultra rare, you got the horrors, and you got some Meta Battler cards themselves. Like Array, that's a cool looking card here. And you got Aaron Judge, 2021 Topps Baseball. These are all ice cards up here. I kind of distracted. There we go. All right, so again, not getting a whole lot as far as beating that level 1. The idea here, I'm going back trying to get this level 2 beaten. Claims an 80. We'll see. Those are some awfully high numbers last time through. This time we'll take on the Reaper. Hello, Tree Frog Nada. Yeah, no Sims here today. Plan on going about 2 hours with this. Meta Battler and Twitchy Tides. Cam No is going to be going live at or about 6 p.m. Eastern. And so, really appreciate Cam being part of Tides Tuesday 2 days ago. Had a blast with that. It's remarkable how well that holds the lead in as far as from a raid. I've never seen anything like it. Even when I took 2 commercial breaks during that show, and you couldn't even tell looking at the minute-to-minute. People love Twitchy Tides. They also love Meta Battler playing here. All this time I was trying to find an emote, but hi. I've got to find a better way with that. And at some point I'm going to have to get some help as far as with chat. I mean, practically everything I have planned has theoretically endless upward mobility to it, scalability. But handling chat's the exception to that. So I'm thrilled to have you all with me here with this NashvilleLou Live. And Cam knows, get the big thing coming up. This Halloween night special going all the way through what Consumer Break has going on late in the evening. There we go. 67 beat the 66. There we go. I rushed through it. Here we go. This is the original idea, though, because Ace Purple promo card, 500 by 600 pixels. So you see there's enough room for that logo there. The 1099, which just happens to be the mint number. Up top, it shows you the element. In this case, ice, and then the number, the level. That's at the level 95, my highest level for any of my cards. Once you get to 99, I think that's as high as you can go for now. Anyway, so you see why having a 500 by 600, you get the full image in there, and it doesn't get any overlap from that or that. It doesn't have to be a black background. You can change it like I did here for the NashvilleLou 2021 promo pack. One more. For Nashville 2003 for the win. Again, things that I put together years ago in some cases just for fun as promotional items. Never thought there would be any practical application. Suddenly, with Meta Battler, there is. So it's added to the fun. So level 2 is beaten. The MVP is minimal, but that's not the important part here. We got 12 people in right now for Twitchy Tides. I was saying before, if we get to about 25 by bottom of the hour, I will do another one then. If not, then we'll hold off just a bit longer on that. Spread the word. Got Twitchy Tides over here. We'll be rating to Cam No around 6 p.m. Eastern, so more than an hour and a half from now. All right. So I got those 2 levels complete with the 4 horsemen. Just at that point, your best move, if you're in a hurry in particular, I just concede, get out, and then come back later when you got time and see if maybe you want a pack there. Let me show you what I mean with that. 4 horsemen. Gotta load up first. Okay, this case, for the last one that ran, there were only 14 players that were in there. Now, I had the 2 unique levels of the 5 beat and had an 8.696% chance, so I didn't win it there. But, I mean, you only had 4. Look at the people that did win. They had the same odds as me, if not less. Although you're not, even if you beat all 5 levels, Lord Zuku knows the way to climb up. There's got to be a way with a single or 2 element deck to do it. Or anyway, I haven't gone to those links yet to really get that figured out. But that's the reason I say go for the 4 horsemen if you got limited time. That's easy to be tempted to go for the Alien Worlds tower, especially because there'll be people in there. You already look at already up 1,241. So keep in mind they changed it, I think, for the better last week, where the higher you go in that tower, the more points you earn versus earning the same points for a win on level 1 as level 6 or level 8 or whatever. So I've only played this a little bit since the reset. Since the start of week 4. So I'm way down here at number 60. So I'm not winning anything right now. Number 45. Okay. 60 points, though. So the idea here, the higher you get as far as climbing the level, the more you can earn. Top 50 get a cut of the TLM, which is the in-game currency for Alien Worlds. If you play Alien Worlds, please mind at Neri 3616. That's my land in Alien Worlds. The Tree Forest land, Neri 3616. If you mind there, it helps me out. I'm not asking this to be your favorite, but if you do play Alien Worlds, please mind at least sometimes at Neri 3616. So TLM's the in-game currency. You can exchange that for wax and use that to get more fish for Twitchy Tides or more wax digital items to use here. For Meta Battler, you get some of those Meta Battler packs. You can win those packs. There are also some packs you can buy from the store that have a lot of cards inside that'll really give you a boost if you want to jump into it. All right, so again, there's 5 towers here right now. And here are the horrors. There's the Devil pack. It is Halloween, after all. So I think the variation is like Devil and, or the Devil and Satan, I think are what they are. I'd actually probably pull this up real fast. Sneak over to the deck builder. I didn't make it so I was testing out some things with the foot brawls. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff I have that's the highest numbers is eye candy stuff that you have to use it before, I think there's a week to go. I put it on the market because I couldn't buy some of the stuff because you needed higher cards to use it. But they fit really well here in game as far as the numbers went. But I will have, it's going to be that one. There's one I really liked. Where is it? The Mix. Now that one I want to find a way to work into the, they need to go through some developmental, level 22. You can't really see the number there. Anyway, that card's going to get some attention. Mixtape hit you up. That'll certainly draw your attention. Anyway, I just need to pull one out of here so it doesn't show up in the middle of the game. I don't want to pick the wrong deck when I'm trying to use the ace one here. So now my deck is at 29, so I won't accidentally play with it as far as which one I choose. Like Consumer Break's in a similar spot. Just a matter of how I want to use that ace deck as much as possible. But there's options. I know there's going to be events coming up in the future where you'll need to use cards from certain collections. So I keep all that in mind with this. Oh, you won one. You won an Alien Worlds pack today, Dan. Congrats. There's so much that can be done with incentivizing with prizes and fun things given away. And to that point, got 17 people in right now for the next Twitchy Tides game. If it's close to 25 by bottom of the hour, we'll run it then. If not, we'll hold off for a little longer. So I'm going to go ahead now. I've got 40. Again, every hour this gets reset with these devil packs they're giving out here. So there's certainly incentive to play that as far as what's coming up. That 38 minutes until the Horseman one reset, so that was the closest. The Alien Worlds we'll go to next. We'll talk more about that. Now the Horrors. This is a tall one. This tower is what, 13? Yeah, 13. I don't usually make it all the way. Sometimes I do make it toward the top, but not always. Sometimes I get like level 9, level 10, and it's just a bad matchup. All right, it's an even split here, so I could have some bad luck and lose on level 1. That happens sometimes. The Mothman pulls the upset. Luckily, it's no big deal if it happens. You just start over. Just the humiliation of doing it on stream. We'll be back with Tides Tuesday next week. So next Tuesday, my start time, 10:30 p.m. start time Eastern. So 10:30 Eastern. I'll probably have about a half hour. I might play some Meta Battlers to lead in. But MJ Owns You is going to be going until 10:30 Eastern. Then he'll do a raid over to me. And I'll go about 2 hours with that. And then do a raid over to Dr. Doom. So much success with this last 2 weeks with the Tides Tuesday. Have a trick-or-treat gimmick, giving away a lot of prizes for Tuesday's show. When you got an opponent with an even distribution, you got to make sure you're paying attention to what they're doing. If you start to fall behind, or it can be tough trying to anticipate when it's an even split. Obviously, I've got the stronger cards here against a level 1 opponent. That time it went my way. But sometimes you don't get the breaks as far as different elements. Playing ice card, suddenly they're playing fire, etc. It's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. Another Twitchy Tides game coming up. You can get in for that with exclamation point play in chat. Want to do more with Forsaken Blitz and live streaming. Just, it's been a tough spot. Waiting for Game Reward XP to launch. I've got big ideas with that. I've been paying attention. I've been scouting. Saying, okay, the people that are successful at live streaming card games, what do they do? What are things they do that I could possibly... What is their approach? Not one of them plays their audience because there's no upward mobility to it. Eventually, you run into problems. People start expecting they can play you, and then they can't, and then sometimes people get upset over that. That's how one person got banned last year. I don't like banning people. But ultimately, it also turned me into the protagonist of my own show, or antagonist, I should say, because the more I won, the less I gave away. So it never really worked for me as a format, but I wanted to try it and do it. I mean, we had a lot of episodes with it, but once we have Game Reward XP, with those Seasons of War, that first Season of War, once that gets going, then we're going to have ourselves some fun. Level 3. It's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. Another Twitchy Tides game coming up. I know that Welsh and Rabbit Larry are wanting to do some Forsaken content on Fridays. I've got hundreds and hundreds of hours of Forsaken games. I can always I'm trying to think of possibilities. I do want to encourage as much as possible people playing live. I know what happens when it starts to get to that point of not being able to manage it. People laughed at me or were dismissive when I was like, okay, what happens when there's so many people wanting to play that the names run off the screen? Oh, whatever. Well, okay, well, whatever. Had 26 people wanting to play me at the same time for the Black Friday Spectacular last year. So, okay, this is not a tenable situation. If I had somebody there to manage it, and have somebody ready to go in a moment, that would be okay. But there's a reason that most game shows are not live. Because that's setting up the players, the contestants, and any problems or whatever, those get edited out. But the flip side, it's not live, and you don't have the chat element, certainly, like you do with Twitch. All right. So Tower Level 3 completed the Horrors Series 1. And every hour, at least for this limited time, give away 5 of those Devil Packs. Level 4, it's not even split. A little less as far as the red, but we'll see how it goes against the Insect. It's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. Got 17 people in for that next Twitchy Tides game. Join the list with !play in chat. Special thanks to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio, who makes much of the great background music that I use here on NashvilleLou Live. Valky, hey! How you doing? Watching some of your stream earlier. Playing some Meta Battler now. We're going to have Twitchy Tides coming up. Then if we get close to 25, we're not quite there for bottom of the hour, but we will have another Twitchy Tides game coming up with !play in chat. Excited for this upcoming Tuesday, next week. Be 10:30 p.m. Eastern, my start time for next week. Although I probably will start at 10 Eastern with maybe a little bit of Meta Battler as a countdown show, and then I'll be ready for whenever MJ Owns You is able to stream in. You get a little tough with people having the lead-ins coming in a bit later. I appreciate MJ Owns You being prompt about getting over. All right. I'm just appreciative that they've included me as part of it, because that's been so much fun. It's been a huge success. It's brought new people into the channel here, which I appreciate. Spread the word about these fun games. And it shows the power of the community. And we've only just begun as far as that goes. We've got 20 people in this next Twitchy Tides game. If I got in to 21, we'd be very close. Very close to 25. And one of the many nice things with Meta Battler, if we have to wait for a moment to play some Twitchy Tides, we can do that. The orange there for Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. I got 21 in. Then we get one more in. We got one more in for this. It gets to 22. I mean, we got more than 10, and that's the minimum. Whoa, did I peek the microphone? Very enthusiastic, you see, about Twitchy Tides. Got 21 in. For the winner, it'll be a Forsaken foil prime card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection that'll give you a boost in Meta Battler. All right, Autumn's Toys is in. Gets us to 22. That's Nara, 23. We really are close to 25 now. I'm just stretching here, so works for me. Buzz King is in. Make that 24. Looking about 90 minutes or so from now, Cam Knows going to start live with his stream. That's going to go clear through Halloween night. into consumer break stream. I got 24 players here for this Twitchy Tides game. If I win, prize goes to second place. Good luck. Debo the Shark. Working left to right, bottom half of the screen, doing some serious damage, my goodness. Right away, we're down to 16. Depth charge takes out Naznara and SDME 123. We're down to 14. We'll have more Meta Battler coming up. Cannonball, bottom row. We drop from 14 down to 10. Now it's Pink Felicia coming down Broadway. Eliminates Dan Asker, eliminates Rising Dragons, going Tonto, Soul Canard, Pennyback Jr., Autumn's Toys, Prince Paradox. We're down to 3. My goodness. Buzz King, Viper Czar, and Notorious Ninja. The final 3. Buzz King eliminated by Big Worm and that hook. We're down to 2. It's Notorious Ninja and Viper Czar, the last 2 in this Twitchy Tides game. Depth charge. You can see it above that Twitchy Tides sign. Naznara should be off the bounce to get past it on this turn. Viper Czar, enough of an angle to get out of there. Looks to be. Very narrow path there for Notorious Ninja up top. Off the bounce, that'll do it. So congratulations, Viper Czar. Victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. All right, so we're back open for the next Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. You can get in with exclamation point play in chat. Go back to work here on this level 5 of The Horrors. This one because of the special limited edition devil packs they're giving out. Every hour you got in a 13 level tower, so it does take some work to maneuver up it. But even if you just win a few, you got a chance of getting one of those. So now you've got incentive for people to not only play the Alien Worlds Tower, but also now, for this limited time, here with the Horrors, those short towers like the 4 Horsemen. That's an easy one where if you win a couple of rounds, you've got a pretty decent chance of getting an Alien Hunter pack with that collaboration with Alien Worlds. I know this has brought in people from Alien Worlds that play that looking for that sweet TLM. TLM being the in-game currency, or one of them, but the primary one in Alien Worlds. Of course, if you don't play Alien Worlds, you can always just exchange that for Wax or Woofy or whatever else. So the pack is an in-game card. There we go. Rhea for the win. Level 5, score of 8, so pretty nice MVP. Got a big boost as far as my multiplier goes for earning MVP. Go through that a little later as far as not just because I'm a collaborator, also because I have a lot of cards that are both Meta Battler, but also the Horrors and Ultra Comics and Ultra Rare, etc. Level 6. All 3 in here, but looks like about half of them are white. And then it's mostly red and a little bit of blue for the Everlasting. Playing Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. We'll have another Twitchy Tides game coming up. We got 9 people in for it. If you want to join the list, just type exclamation point play in chat. We'll be back Tuesday of next week. I have another episode of Tides Tuesday. 10:30 p.m. Eastern is what I'm slated for next week. I might have a Meta Battler lead-in show, but Have the raid in from MJ Owns You at or about 10:30 Eastern. It's funny how so much of this reminds me in certain ways of radio. Radio's not, it's not how it used to be. Talking 20 years ago, like 25 plus years ago with college radio. People trying to cover spots. I've learned I don't have a lot of patience as a manager. I get mad. People would sign up to these broadcasts and have like the lamest excuse is to flake out. Like, dude, you made me cold call this baseball game by myself because you couldn't think to tell me 2 days ago. Learned real fast. And then you get people got bickering. I say, okay, don't. Gotta keep people in line. It's different here with Twitch because everybody has their own channel. So that's one of many things that being able to broadcast from the comfort of my own home, that still has not gotten old to me. Normally with broadcasting, the old days especially, you're going somewhere. You're not getting to sit on your couch, your chair, or game room. All right, so level 6 complete. Again, every hour, we're giving away 5 of these devil packs. Level 7, half red, half white for the spider. The blue beats a red, but it doesn't beat a white, so some risk to it. Fire cards will give you an advantage versus playing ice here because I know it's either fire or ice there for the spider, no blue card. So only thing I have to worry about if I play a fire card is if there's a fire card with a higher number opposite me. Because with whites, any fire beats it. As seen there. I'd rather see the reds knocking out reds, but so it goes. Because there's the red coming in. I probably should have played a blue there, shouldn't I? In fact, I know I should have. That's hindsight's an amazing thing. One more. Crosswalk to nowhere for the win. All right, tower level 7, score 3. So a little less as far as that MVP compared with the prior round, but on to level 8. Very easy here with Monster King. It's all red. All fire cards. Well, I don't want my ice cards here. They don't do me any good. Blue cards will win the round. Those water cards, and then fire, the red. So which one has the higher number? The ice cards will lose every time no matter what. So it's not even, I can just click as soon as the cards pops into place here. All right, that's it for the round. And that was less skill and more just luck of the draw of which came up when as far as those fire cards went. And the waters, for that matter. All right, so pretty nice haul on that MVP, though. 3.879. So we've got 13 people in for the next Twitchy Tides game. You can join that list by typing !play here in chat. Getting ready for Cam No. Big Halloween night extravaganza that's starting with Cam No at 6 p.m. Eastern, going clear to midnight, if not beyond, with Consumer Break. Looking forward to seeing what they have going on with that tonight. Level 9. I've got to watch, I don't have to, but NFL game on tonight, plus college football. American football season makes it difficult for me with some of my tasks and my businesses. Level 9, half blue, half white for Thin Man. No reds here. Very similar as far as that goes to the last round. ice beats water. Of course, the fire beats the ice, so that's... Even though my opponent doesn't have any fire cards, there are strategically times where it works out to use it. Huh? Oof. Ice versus ice, but I had the lower card number. The 73 beat the 66, ice versus ice. Aaron Judge for the win. All right, so level 9 complete. Score 5, 3.54 MVP. Half of that goes into my in-game wallet. The other half is infused into the cards that won the various rounds for me there. So nothing there for that floppy disk since it didn't win that particular round. Just the cards that won that get that boost. Ends up being a small amount when you get some of these higher levels, but it does add up over time. Sneak up on you. Sneaky style. Level 10. Half red, half white. No blue cards here for my opponent. Got 16 people in right now for this next Twitchy Tides game. Join the list with exclamation point play in chat. Just type that. If you got your Twitchy team set up, you can pick between which of your 5 fish you've got in your starting lineup. You can switch it out, it's set, or if you decide. Or it's helpful if you see somebody that's in there with the same particular fish you have. Like sometimes with a Vape Ape, there's a couple others in there. I'm like, well, it is to have it be less confusing. I love that Soul the Catfish, the rare one with a yellow, because it stands out and there aren't that many of those that exist. Playing Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. I play on a computer here for the purposes of the live stream, but you can play this on mobile devices. That's been a struggle for Wax as far as games that you can play on mobile. All right. Looking to fight there on level 10, but score 4, some nice MVP on the haul. And so for each of these cards, it gets infused with 0.1824. But it adds up over time. Level 11. All red for the Colossal. Blackfang, hello. Doing great, how are you doing? Welcome everybody to NashvilleLou Live. We got 18 people in already for this next Twitchy Tides game. Already had a couple here in the hour. We'll have another coming up before too long. It was all red over here, so makes it pretty straightforward. Blues will win every time. The whites will do me no good. With the red cards, the fire, it's fire. Fighting fire with fire, literally. And I just need the higher number as far as the level goes. 74, lower than a 79. Luck of the draw is play into it. 91 fire beats a 77. So you see 85. You get a couple of the. Hopefully it's water. Sometimes it's like when you need water. Lost in the desert, dying of thirst. $79 loses to an 82. Here we go. Finally the water. Somebody open a hydrant. Stat. Water. It's more water. Like when you're at summer camp, sports camp, and it's like 5 seconds each at the water fountain. It's a water. You wait. It's more water. 2 more. 1 more jug for the win. It'll melt my floppy disk. 72 against... Well, it's not likely to win, but we'll see. We'll just do an 82. 84. This might do it. It will. Hey, I appreciate that, Blackfang. Thank you. All right, so level 11 complete. Only 13 levels. It's tough when you get to these top parts here because, as you see here, this water gremlin. That's entirely unpleasant scenario. You beware of dog is a sign. This is a water gremlin, all water everything. So in this case, I need those ice cards, those white cards. The reds do me no good. He beats an 88. 79 beats a 74. Okay, that's a pretty good spot as far as that goes. We'll go the floppy. This one won't melt. Be frozen. One more. Not enough there. The 74 loses to a 79. Brea, long shot. 77 is kind of a low number. Uh-oh. I've got 8 health points. But still. Okay, 73. Ice for the win. Alright, so tower level 12. Look at that MVP. 10.505. I don't know if I've ever won that much MVP in one round. I'll take it. Not a complaint. Score 7 on level 12. Well, here we go. Top of the charts. Even distribution as far as the colors go, so we'll see. So now we'll see when we get past top of the hour, 5 past the hour, I think. It's slightly off. It's like it used to be with TBS when they would start shows at 5 past the hour. 6:05 Eastern on the Superstation. But a little bit different here. Slight bit of variance to it. So, torn apart. I mean, that fella's not having a good time. Level 13. So again, the even distribution. I'm hoping to just get some luck as far as the matchups go. Like white beating blue there. Ooh, 84 loses to a 96. Brutal. One more for me. And I was catching a lot of breaks early. But against this tough lineup. So I'll concede here, but like I said, I don't normally win that particular one. Get all the way, all 13. It can be done, but so 15 minutes off, so as opposed to 10 minutes until the 4 horsemen. And again, you notice the time you have to win 12 of these to get to that point with the horse versus the 4 horsemen. There aren't going to be that many people with high level numbers, so whoever gets in gets a couple of them. Saw before when I was showing. In that case, I didn't win one, but I had 8.696% chance. All I did was beat 2 levels. I only had 14 different players in the mix with that. Now, it's not a guarantee you'll win it because I showed this one before because it, as evidenced, one player beat all 5 levels there for the Horsemen and still didn't get in. NBA draft lottery style, luck of the draw. So again, notice I've been playing this at a pretty steady clip, and even with that, this is going to reset at 5 past the hour. The Horseman when resetting isn't as big of a thing. Meta Battler, I might pop in for at least a couple on there. I think I actually got a pack, went like just getting in for 1 or 2 there just to make an appearance. I think that's how it played out. That's the TLM and leaderboard. I'm going for the results. Okay, that wasn't it. There it was. Yeah, the one from before. See? Beat 1 level there. And that one wasn't a huge number percentage-wise, but I got one of those packs. There, those 5 they give away per hour, those alien hunters. So there's that. All right. I take 1 break per hour here on NashvilleLou Live. At least typically that's the way I do it. So we'll get to that here. Slate up. We're getting ready for this next Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. Right now we've got 22 players in for Twitchy Tides. Want to join the list? It's very easy. All you've got to do is type !play in chat. You have your Twitchy team set up. 5 different fish you can choose from. Just put that number that correlates to the fish that you want next to it. Hit return or enter. Still think my old school ways of thinking keyboards. Return, where it actually was the whole machine had to shift back across so you could type on the next line. Anyway, so about a 5-minute break, then back with Twitchy Tides and more of Meta Battler. Getting ready for Dan Asker and others in the mix. We're going to have a lot of fun coming up here with Cam No. He's going to get started a little more than an hour from now. Halloween night festivities going through Consumer Break Show. Back in just a few minutes. NashvilleLou Live. Stay tuned. All right, coming back from break, NashvilleLou Live. We'll have more of Meta Battler coming up here in a few minutes. Right now, last chance for you to get in for this next Twitchy Tides game with exclamation point play in chat. Take down that side overlay since we're back from break. We've got 23 players in right now. I'll join a Halloween-themed fish. Gets to 24. So for the winner of this Twitchy Tides game, it'll be a Warsaken foil prime card and an item from the NashvilleLou collection that'll give you a boost in Meta Battler. And remember, back Tuesday and next week, back again with Tides Tuesday. Pre-show starts at 10 p.m. Eastern. My leg of Tides Tuesday gets going at 10:30 Eastern. So we should have a lot of fun with that coming up. Tuesday next week, Tides Tuesday. All right, we got 25 Zach Bonifer in just ahead of the start of it. Let's get to it. Begins now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. There's the hook. Big Worm has us down to 22. If my fish happens to win, prize goes to second place. Depth charge. We're down to 19. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Pink Felicia. Right to left, lower mid. Doing some severe damage. My goodness. Just clearing out people. We're down to 9. Cannonball. Down Broadway, right to left. We're down to a half dozen. Pink Felicia. Center line left to right. Eliminates Autumn's Toys. Terran Lure. Then gets reversed. Lunge command on the way out for Terran Lure. Flower eliminated. Mortal Wombats eliminated. So we're down to 2. Bo Reddington and Unmodda, the last 2 in the mix. In this Twitchy Tides game here on NashvilleLou Live. So at 5 p.m. Eastern, Cannonball takes out Unmodda, and that's going to do it. Bo Reddington victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. And looking forward to Tides Tuesday again next week, next Tuesday. Pre-show, 10 p.m. Eastern. Then officially get started for me. The raid from MJ Owns You around 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday next week, Tides Tuesday. The slate back up for just a moment. We're giving away Twitchy Tides packs as well coming up Tuesday next week. Many thanks to Pop Paragon for giving me these packs to share. Those Twitchy Tides Tuesday viewers. All right, so we're back open for the next Twitchy Tides game. You can get in with exclamation point play in chat. Then we have at least close to 25 players in by bottom of the hour. Then we'll run it then. If not, then we'll hold it over to the other side of the break. I'm going to go through here and show the Tower Reward multipliers. Although actually we can probably peek back over here. So the 4 Horsemen Tower is complete as far as its time has run out. Let's see if the results are in yet. There may be a delay. I don't know how long it takes for these to be generated. Oh, see, there's one. I had 2 in there. So I wasn't lucky on that particular one. I had a 6.67 chance at it. The case where somebody did have 5 levels beaten and got a pack out of it, and then a couple with 2 and a couple with 1. You see, you don't have to have very many at all on that 4 Horsemen. I don't think I'm giving away some secrets here, but that's the perks of getting to watch my show or listening to me. And I appreciate that greatly, so I'm not afraid to smarten up my audience, let y'all know the scoops. I worked in news for years and years. You know I know how to get scoops. All right. So anyway, so the point is that that's how it works for the event, and then it's back on, and that'll be 3 hours, 57 minutes. So they're cycling through a little bit faster now with the Horrors having its own standalone event. We'll see in 2 minutes on that. Of course, the Alien Worlds. People are playing that around the clock. Some people are adamant trying to get there toward that top. The higher you finish in the weekly standings, the more TLM you stand to earn. TLM, the currency from Alien Worlds. If you play Alien Worlds, please mine at Neary 3616. That's my land there, my Tree Forest land. Neary 3616. If you play Alien Worlds, at least sometimes, please do. It'd help me out. Really appreciate it. I was down at 40-something before. 45. Then another 46. I haven't played that much on this yet. And part of that's been trying to chase those levels on the Horrors, because when it's getting reset every hour, you're talking about a 13-level tower. It does take up some time. So make some decisions. It's like, oh, okay, do I go after the short stacks when I've got a limited amount of time? Do I go for the Horrors? After Alien Worlds. Look at the time remaining, etc. So again, you don't have to put in just a ton of time on it for the grind to get some stuff, if you know the right ones to pick in particular. But if you do have some time, it's a lot of fun. It's super easy to stream this game. You're very conversational with it because the action moves so fast. Speaking of moving fast, we got 13 people in for this next Twitchy Tides game. If we got at least close to 25 by bottom of the hour, we'll do it then. So hopefully that'll be the case. You can join the list with exclamation point play in chat. Plan on taking this about an hour from this point. Whenever Cam No goes live, do a raid over to Cam. It's Halloween night. One of the great things with Meta Battler is that anything that's on the wax chain can be used in this game as a card. You can sync up all the cards in your wax wallet, all the digital items. You still have possession of them, but it gets synced up so they know what you got. Then you can use those in game here. Quite nice. So again with this, it's very simple. It's very similar to rock, paper, scissors. Fire beats ice, ice beats water, water beats fire. Red, white, and blue. Red beats white, which beats blue, which beats red. Remember red, white, and blue? If you understand rock, paper, scissors, you can play. Even if you don't, you can still play. It's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. We got 14 people in for the next Twitchy Tides game. You can join the list with exclamation point play in chat. All right. Opening round, nothing too difficult as far as that went. So score 9. Not huge MVP, but and part of the appeal of what you get out of this is not only are you earning your usual as far as the MVP in-game currency that you can use to level up your cards. Also, leaderboard, trying to get these points earned within the 1 week period. This new one started soon. So I got 1 point for winning 60, now 61. Tearing up the charts. Somebody number one with a bullet. The Billboard Top 100 stat. So even if you get away from the one you're playing, you say, okay, where was I? Well, this will show you right here, Alien Worlds, where I was, level 2. So for female Nordic, there's a little blue. It's about half red and then some white. Hello, Drumar. Greetings and welcome, everybody. NashvilleLou Live. We got Bo Reddington, Going Tonto, Four Slayer, Random King, Deadly's World, Lord Zuku, Prince Paradox, Terran Lore, Mata, Notorious Ninja, Zach Bonifer, Autumn's Toys, Viper's R, Drumar, Mortal Wombats, Flower. Those are the 16 in the mix at the moment. You can join that group with exclamation point play in chat for the next Twitchy Tides game. So here on level 2 of the Alien Worlds Tower and Meta Battler, Hello, Veerman. Welcome, everybody, to NashvilleLou Live. Playing some Meta Battler, have some Twitchy Tides, and we'll do a raid over to Cam No. Coming up at or about top of the hour. So level 2 of the Alien Worlds Tower complete. On to level 3. Half blue, some red, a little bit of white. It's helpful to make note of that before you start a given round, because you notice once you get to this point, it doesn't show you the split anymore. It does reward you for paying attention, although it's not like you have to get overly strategic about it. And if almost playing by instinct. There are certain situations where it's helpful to know, particularly if you're getting close to the end of the game, you both have 1 health point. If you know that your opponent only has 2 of the 3 elements in play, that's going to be beneficial to know as far as your decision making goes. There we go. Level 3 complete, score 5. Not huge on the MVP. But again, with these Alien Worlds tower runs, I should say, a part of the appeal isn't as much the MVP on the lower level, but getting those points to stack up. Although now you're rewarded more for winning on the higher levels, which is how it should be. I'm glad it's like that. But this being a brand new thing, they tried it out. Say, okay. We tried it where it's just 1 point per level, full stop, and now they do it a little bit differently. So level 4, where you earn more as far as the weekly list goes, if you're playing on a higher level. To get to those higher levels, you got to win the lower ones and work your way up. So level 4, all blue everything here for female gray. Those ice cards, those white cards, that's what I want. The reds won't help me. Fire, not against the water. That's all water. That'll do it. Flawless victory on level 4, the Alien Worlds Tower, score 10. And a little bit north of 2 on the MVP earned. Level 5. So all white cards here for male cyborg. The fire cards will help me here. The blue, the water, you have no use. Then with the white cards, ice versus ice, comes down to the points, the level, the numbers. In that case, the 95 beat the 60-something. They don't show you those other cards for that long, although you can look at it after the game. All water cards here. But luck of the draw plays into it sometimes when it comes to that flawless victory option. There we go. All right, so level 5 complete, score 9. Now at this point, it does start to bump up a bit with the MVP. We've got 19 players already lined up for this next Twitchy Tides game. If we're at least close to 25 by bottom of the hour, we'll run it then. So we're trending in the right direction on that. I'm not in yet for it. I typically wait on that in the case that I need to be sure that people can still get in. Wait till the end usually if I need to test it out. All right, so level 6, a little bit of blue, about half red, and then some white here for male Nordic. One more. That's it for the round. Level 6, score of 8, 2.678 MVP. Okay, guys, 10 levels in total. This is level 7. All red here for male Reptiloid. Again, this Alien Worlds collab event, a reminder, if you play Alien Worlds, please mind, at least sometimes, my land in that game, that tree forest. Coordinates, Neri 3616. $72 beat the 68 there. This next one, it's all ice, so it's going to lose to any fire card. And that'll do it. The level 7, score of 8. MVP. Just shy of 3.5. Level 8, male, little green person, more than half blue, and then some red and some white, but mostly blue here for LGP. That's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. We'll have another Twitchy Tides game coming up. Join that list with exclamation point play. Just type that in chat to get in for the next Twitchy Tides game. Winner gets a Warsake foil prime card, an item from the NashvilleLou collection. Give you a boost in this game. I'll show you once I'm done with this level how that works. All you have to do is have it in your possession. Get your wax wallet synced up. And then just earn more for every level you beat. Just for holding some of my digital items. Works out pretty well. Hello, Brazen Blake. Greetings and welcome. We got 20 people in for the next Twitchy Tides game. Kind of hurting on this one right here. Oof. Not good to play a 90 water and run into an ice. Alright, so I lost on level 8. But you notice this continues 0.14, the MVP logo there. So some of the MVP you earn for winning levels can be used if you lose in a subsequent round. And this is all very beatable stuff, so we'll go again. So that comes out of your in-game wallet. That's a little less as far as the MVP that I have to use to boost up, to level up my cards, but the flip side with a rematch, I'll win with at least something health-wise. I should get more back than the MVP I put in to face off here with this rematch. And if I lose, then that's MVP lost. So it goes with the decisions. But on top of that, this level 8, the higher you get with this Alien Worlds Tower, the more you earn for that weekly list, trying to finish top 50. That TLM prize, part of this collaboration, this event with Alien Worlds and Meta Battler. We're up to 23 in for this next Twitchy Tides game, so we'll go ahead and say that's a lock to happen then for bottom of the hour. There's a lot that's going to be going on tonight. Camno, top of the hour, slated to start at or about 6 p.m. Eastern. And that's going to go into the night, into midnight Eastern, I think. Whenever it is the consumer break's going on, it's trick-or-treating, Halloween. Right now, it's NashvilleLou Live. And again, back next Tuesday with Tides Tuesday. Pre-show at 10 p.m. Eastern. And my leg of it starts at 10:30. I'll probably do Meta Battler for a half hour, then we'll get it going for a couple hours with Twitchy Tides on Tides Tuesday, and then I believe it's 12:30 a.m. Eastern that I'll do a raid over to Dr. Doom. One more. Nope. That'll do it. All right, so level 8's complete. So again, what was it, 0.13 that I had to spend MVP-wise to get the rematch? Ended up earning, just from my in-game wallet alone, 0.831, so definitely came out to the better of it, along with the MVP that gets infused with the various cards that won the head-to-head matchups in the round. Level 9, with us a 10-level tower. So tough one here with female little green person. More than half blue, a little bit of red, a little bit of white. Yeah, and if you have a YouTube account, please follow me, or I think it's called subscribe. It's a free thing on YouTube. I post a lot of clips from here on Twitch with NashvilleLou Live over there on that YouTube channel. So if you could please check that out, give me a subscribe there. So YouTube, yes, he actually does have some important information. Also be sure to see when the newest material is posted. We're here doing plugs. Meanwhile, this female little green person is just roughing me up early. Yeah, 20-second timeout, regroup. The regroup did not succeed. There were a lot of blue cards over there. 88 beats the 85. You need a couple of those breaks to go your way on something like this. Yeah. Wow, we both played ice. They're both 84s. We tie the round. Hey there, Jungle Banano. Got 24 people in right now for this next Twitchy Tides game. All right, so I lost on tower level 9. I could spend 0.18 MVP. Pardon me. If I wanted to rematch. And while this is winnable, it's a tough range in there. So I'm going to concede. They'll goof on me, but whatever. So I'm in with those 8 as far as that goes. Now, I'll also show you, talking about those TLM leaderboard stats. Murray's down like 60 as far as the total number. Now, look at that. 96 as far as the points I've earned for this weekly competition. Up to number 38, but double-digit number. And up here at the top, you're already up there. 1,293. Jungle Banano. Now, you're here in chat. We were talking earlier. I know you had some success with these. Already up there. Holding strong at number 8, but as you well know, there's going to be demand this last week of it here. This is week 4 of 4 with this. On top of that, you still got the prizes being given out. The Alien Hunter packs. So you've got the Alien Hunter packs, and you've got those Meta Battler Devil packs, being Halloween and all. This last Alien Worlds event, similar to how I finished here with the 8 levels completed. And I was lucky enough. Yeah, 37 people. You will have more people playing the Alien Worlds Tower because they're chasing that TLM. They're all wanting a taste. And who can blame them? I'm in the mix as well. Not calling them out. Pointing it out. So it's interesting from a strategy standpoint, from a time management standpoint, which is kind of a unique thing with gaming, which is part of the fun of it too. I love the unique and the new, the novel. And then the stuff that reminds me of gaming from the mid-1980s. Sometimes what's old really is new again, in some ways. All right, so the Horse, you remember that battle there, winning, what, 12 levels? And here we are back 43 minutes, and then we got more of those special Halloween. There's the Meta Battler. As I was saying, the Meta Battler, the Devil Pack. So let's see, they're doing these every hour. So there I had 12, had 11% chance, but it's luck of the draw. So we had a couple of people who only had 1 each as far as unique levels beaten, but it was enough. See there? It'll show you when you pull it up if you're logged in how you did. Others receiving votes. Or if like I must have missed out on some of these. Because every hour I've got real life stuff. There's one where I got it. See? Unique level 8. Got a Devil Pack out of it. And this is every hour this is happening. And so the other 4 towers are on an every 4-hour rotation now. It's a little bit tighter on that rotation. So if you got the time to put into it, if you're waiting for trick or treaters tonight, people are going to be ringing your doorbell. All right, get in some rounds, get some levels, maybe get some packs. Got some treats for yourself. thanks to Meta Battler. We'll have more Twitchy Tides coming up here. Got what? It's tough for me to read that number on the small screen. That number's 27. So 27 players lined up for Twitchy Tides. We'll have that coming up here in just a few minutes. Talk about the reward multiplier. I think it's worth going through this here. Notice that where's the X or times 3.848. So if normally I would have had 1 MVP for winning a round, thanks to the multiplier, it would be 3.848 that would win. And so it's very clearly explained here under the tower reward multiplier. You can scroll down so you can see that part. The more of the different, unique for each template we're talking about. So you give me 10 of the same card as far as the boost goes. Unique digital items. So I've got 95 unique ones for Meta Battler. And so it does max out at 3x here. So there are checks and balances. It'd be very difficult for the system to be abused. And if that were happening, John and Richie, the guys from Ultra Rare, they're pretty sharp. That wouldn't last for long. Then the feature collections, they're working right now on this collab event with Alien Worlds, which is great exposure considering how many people in the world of Wax know about Alien Worlds or have played or have at least a few items, even if they're remnants from years ago in their wallet. You can right away get a boost, even if you don't use them. I'm not using these necessarily, the Alien Worlds cards per se, but I'm still getting the boost. That's the important thing. Founding collections, the stuff that Ultra Rare, Ultra Comics, the horrors, but even with that, there's a cap to it. Collaborator collections, Lude Momoko, huge #1, great collection there. Talking with Black Fang earlier. I'm at #2. That's not going to last. These other collections are going to start catching me, these large ones. And I'm thrilled to be up here. It doesn't give me any sort of a higher reward rate just because I'm listed higher. It's just better advertising. People that scroll down to see this may not go. I'll show you how far down it goes. It's a bit of a list. And yet, there's no advantage to being at the top other than exposure. And just showing that you got a lot of infused MVP as far as your collection goes. There's some interesting things like the Foot Brawlers game that Charmin was in that tournament over the weekend where he did some stuff earlier on his show earlier today where going through and you can go through and see who the top people are as far as those playing the game that infuse your cards, your digital items with that MVP. So I imagine we'll see that start to move up. Faded Matsuda. Sensei Bullrock has a winner of a game there. Can't wait. It's one of those, it'll have to be ready to go for the masses. Once it's ready to go, then I think I'll have some interesting possibilities with streaming. And if not, we'll find out. We'll have fun with it one way or another. It's great stuff. Like Consumer Break. Think about what Consumer Break does. We're talking about, we got Cam No Show coming up top of the hour. And it's going to eventually lead to a Consumer Break being on around midnight tonight. Halloween night. Point being, I'm happy to be where I am, but I have no expectation of holding this 2 spot. And ultimately, it doesn't matter besides just how you show up on the list. And this is all capped, I would also note, at 1x. So somebody having 10,000 different templates of somebody, up to a certain point, it matters, and then it doesn't. So the whales of the world, people have been in this a long time with a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't give them any sort of material advantage, in an unfair way, certainly, against newcomers, which is an important thing to have. If it's tough for new people to get in, your game's not going to last. I'll zip through these pretty fast. If you see, even other games, like Novo Pangea is in here. They collaborated with a lot of different ones. You got Neon Space in the mix, like 5 Minute Masters. If I started doing shout-outs and talking about them, it takes some time. And I think Soul the Cat should be higher up than where she is. I anticipate that'll happen. And who knows with some of the new stuff. There's all sorts of new stuff coming out with Wax, people that are working on it. It's such an easy platform for gamers. You don't have to deal with the whole gas fee nonsense that you have to with a lot of the others. And Wax has challenges just like anything. Anyway, you notice I'm scrolling all this time here. A lot. And then down at the bottom, the community collections. That's the last bit as far as getting a boost. And this boost is how much MVP you earn for winning a given level in Meta Battler. So here you got the top set, the 2021 Topps Baseball. The 1 year of, and that's it. It's that Aaron Judge card I have is that 2021 set. You got Garbage Pail Kids. There's a lot of nostalgia in this space. Funko in particular. It's all their different collections. This one, they've their collaboration with Alien. And then you got Street Fighter, and then Atari. Anyway, so you get the idea how this works. So it's cool with all those different collections. Here I am at the second spot. That only lasts so long. But that's how you get to 3.848 on that multiplier. And so the more that you get, the more MVP you earn. Able to get for your in-game wallet. We've got 28 players in right now for this next Twitchy Tides game. They go Hall of Heroes and the Whores as far as the next couple of towers. It's tough. The Whores, that 13 level tower, and it resets every hour. I mean, at some point, the way it was before, it's like, well, eventually you run out of towers to play with fresh stuff as far as streaming meta battling. But with this, that's a faster rotation. That's a bit different. All right, so we got a bunch of people. I got 28. I'll bring the slate up here for a moment. We'll have more meta battler coming up. Right now, we got 28 people in. Last call for this Twitchy Tides game, this next one. Winner gets a Warsaken foil prime card, an item from the NashvilleLou collection. As I went through in detail, showed you how that can give you a boost in meta battler. Just for having it. Just for getting your wax wallet, your digital items synced up. Then it's good to go in the game. Make sure I actually get in. Stick with the Halloween-themed fish. All right, so 29 players. If I happen to win, prize goes to second place. $29 players. It begins now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Hello to everybody watching over on Kick. A lot of chat there, but do have the live stream simulcast there. Meanwhile, Debo the Shark cutting right to left. We're down to 18. And Twitchy Tide's also a Twitch exclusive, but there are people that watch me on Kick, and I'm very grateful for that. Meanwhile, up top, it's a cannonball. We're down to 15. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Debo the Shark. Just chomping through, my goodness. We're down to 6. Debo the Shark working upper mid. Eliminates Tree Frog Nada. Eliminates Brazen Blake. We're down to 4. I'm in there along with Going Tonto, Naznara, and Mortal Wombats. Again, if I win, prize goes to second place. Naznara eliminated. Mortal Wombats eliminated by that cannonball. So the prize will go to Going Tonto. It's the question of who's going to win. A winner is me. NashvilleLou with a win. Going Tonto get the prize. Going Tonto is in the mix with the Tides Tuesday broadcast I had a couple of days ago. And we're going to have another Tides Tuesday coming up Tuesday and next week. Pre-show for me at 10 p.m. Eastern. Probably about a half hour of Meta Battler. And then my official leg of it starts at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a raid from MJ Owns You. Go a couple hours, then a raid over to Dr. Doom. But I'll have the pre-show started 10 p.m. Eastern. It's upcoming Tuesday. First Tuesday in November. Time flies, huh? All right, so let's bring the slate back up for just a moment. And we're back open for the next Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. If you want to get in, just type !play in chat to get in for the next Twitchy Tides game. Up there in the top left corner of the screen. Even the Halloween theme with that Twitchy Tides logo and the way it looks there. So about a half hour away from the slated start time for Cam No. Halloween evening, U.S. time at least. Halloween evening festivities really get going. There's a bunch of stuff, giveaways they've got lined up. I don't have the information in front of me, but I'm going to be watching and maybe in the mix as well if they got some Twitchy Tides games going on. I anticipate. So a lot of fun ahead. I'm not sure what all it's going to entail, but it should be fun. You know that Cam knows going to bring the energy. That dude. Even if I could somehow sound genuine and match that level of intensity, to do it as long as he does, like, man, takes talent. All right, so back at it here. Let's go to the Hall of Heroes. It's a short snack, only a 5-level tower. I could go 4 horsemen. I will. They'll probably be after the broadcast. Timing-wise, that horrors, that 13-level climb is a bit of a steep one. So level 1 here with Freddy Funkill, even split blue, red, and white. I love it with that Twitchy team. That option you've got now with Twitchy Tides where you can designate 5 fish. So when you're choosing which fish you want to use, not only are you playing, with me it's exclamation point play. Depends on the streamer. The other streamers might use different terms. I already made the full screen with it, so for me it's more than just changing. You have to like re-edit. Like, no, we're sticking with this. We'll be giving away more Twitchy Tides packs coming up Tuesday and next week. 10 p.m. Eastern pre-show. My official leg of it starts 10:30 Eastern. Tides Tuesday, NashvilleLou Live coming up next week. All right, so level 1 of the Hall of Heroes complete. Score of 6. Small amount of MVP. But for players, when you've got a limited amount of time, you're like, Lou, I can't play a 13-level tower on that kind of time. If you get into those short towers, win a couple of levels, and then go about your day from there, come back into your day, say, oh, look, I won a pack, or see what your odds were to win, even if you didn't win one. And if you got time to play, lots of options, especially with this latest, with the Devil Pack for just in time for Halloween. All right. We didn't fight there on level 2, but got it. Score of 6. Hall of Heroes, level 3. Again, this is a short tower. I'm talking about 5. Level 3. Half or more than half for white cards. Some red. Some blue for the Killer DevBot. There we go. Pretty good there. Level 3, score of 8. Not huge on the MVP, but it's something. Again, this adds up over time. Incrementally. Level 4 of this 5-level tower. Terror Toad. More than half blue, a little bit of red, a little bit of white. Got 15 people in already for this next Twitchy Tides game. Join the list by typing !play in chat, and then hit enter. I figure that last part is kind of obvious, but lest it not be. That just magically happened, but sitting there, unsent. One more. Ace purple for the win. 95. I'm getting close to being able to see what happens when you get a card up to a level 99. I think eventually it actually becomes where you really don't have much use in keeping it in your deck the way it is now. As far as being able to earn additional MVP. I'm not there yet, so not the concern there for Ace Purple. Tower level 4, score 5. Not huge on the MVP, but again, getting these tower levels in. So now I've got 4 and emoting at 5 here. So a pretty good spot for being in on that draw for the next Alien Hunter Pack giveaway. You look at all the incentives they've got in place to get people to want to play hourly, play daily, play when you can, play on mobile device, play on your computer. I definitely think that's something that we need more of in the world of wax gaming. Like the game Beast Garden had it. No, that game died, unfortunately, but it's not like this is some kind of new or novel concept here. and I feel like that gets overlooked by people that want to spend the life yelling to people in Discord, but the outside world can't hear them. Discord can be wonderful for organizing small groups of people, but that should not be where you do your marketing or hold tournaments. I hope we'll have some more Blue Mint tournaments for Warsaken Blitz. Got knocked out in the first round of the one most recently. Before that, had been a couple of months. We need these broadcasts. I can do tournaments. Wins and losses need to matter. Need to do it. I'm hoping we'll have more of those coming up. We'll see. Meanwhile, I'm down to 3 health points. 2 here for the King of Horrors here at the top of the Hall of Heroes Tower. Level 5 of 5. Oh, the 84 lost to an 86. Oof. My fire beat that fire. 91 fire. Bridgestone Arena. For the win.
Congratulations, the tower has fallen.
Congratulations, the tower has fallen. So even with that, not huge MVP, but the important part really here is that now, when we hit 2 hours, 19 minutes from now, when it comes time up for the next automatic or automated prize giveaway, we'll go through and I'll be one of the ones with the 5 unique levels beaten. Guess I didn't get it on this last one. There's a lot going on with this, and there's a lot to keep you busy. So if you want to play a whole bunch, there are options for you here now, even more than there were before. But if you only play here and there, you can be kind of strategic and pick your spots, and it'll work out pretty well. Up to 20 people in for this next Twitchy Tides game. You can join that list with !play in chat. Hello, Mancy. Greetings and welcome. Hello to everybody. If I missed anybody in chat, not an intentional slight. That's one thing I do struggle with, is trying to keep up with everything in chat. Sometimes, because I go back and watch all of my broadcasts all the way through. It's something that was ingrained to me as a young sports broadcaster. I urge everybody, if you stream and you're at all serious about it, you should at least from time to time, if not every time, but at least from time to time, go back and watch an entire one of your broadcasts. If you're starting to get bored watching it, that might be a hint of what your audience feels. I'm 29 years in the broadcasting business, and I still listen back to stuff, and I still find things, oh, I could have done this better, oh, this was a mistake, oh, this was pretty good, etc. Also helpful to go back when you're listening and able to make clips. And those clips can be promotional for you. But I have a lot I posted over on YouTube. I tried some stuff with TikTok, but that format just isn't really for me. That was an odd, trying to deal with TikTok. It's like, man, there's some weird kind of psychological stuff going on with this, at least the way it felt. The Horror Series 1. As far as not getting straight answers, I'm like, okay, am I being punished here? Is this a passive-aggressive thing? You're not going to tell me, are you? And it's just a basic white screen staring back at you with a few options, and that's it. So again, with the horrors, this is resetting every hour. So last time around, beat 12 levels, but while I had a pretty nice shot chance-wise, a couple of players had less than a 1% chance, like the NBA draft lottery, ended up getting the packs. So it's every hour. It's like this one ran from, again, 5 past the hour. It is like the old TBS shows. WTBS. 6:05 Eastern on the Superstation. Ric Flair's going 2 out of 3 falls with Barry Windham. Also Sting in action. Right there, I had 8 that I beat. Got one of them. And this one, like some of these you have, because it's just a 1 hour span, you don't have as many players as you might otherwise, but there's a lot of levels you can beat, which is good as well if you're trying to build up some TLM. Or excuse me, not TLM. That's if TLM is good if you're playing the Alien Worlds Tower, but if you're trying to build up some MVP, level up your cards, etc., puts you in a pretty good spot for it. 23 people in for that next Twitchy Tides game. Join the list with exclamation point play in chat. All right, so again, the Horrors Tower. And the more levels that I beat here before it's the 5 past the hour. And by then I'll probably have the broadcast completed and do a raid over to Cam No. If he goes, I'm not sure how firm it is for top of the hour for Cam. Let's take a wait and see approach on that. Again, it's sports broadcasting. I know how to fill time. Half red, half white, no blue for the Spider, level 1. It's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. We'll have another Twitchy Tides game coming up. I have a big night here on Twitch. Going to start with Cam No. Halloween evening fun and festivities, prizes. If you like free stuff, that's cool. You will like what Cam has in store, and it's going to go with that all the way through consumer break. Late night for consumer break. When he normally runs, but it's Halloween night, trick or treat fun. You see how easy it is to play this game. Sometimes you can run into a tough opponent in round 1. You zig, they zag. Close one there. Score 2. Small amount of MVP. On to level 2. Playing Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. So get back next week with Tides Tuesday. Been so much fun the past 2 weeks. Pre-show starts 10 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday next week. My leg of the Tides Tuesday gets going at 10:30 p.m. Eastern when MJ Owns You will do a raid, and we'll switch over from probably be playing Meta Battler. I could go with something completely different, but this will probably be it. Maybe the AEW Fight Forever. A half hour in that game, you kind of get your fun out of it. Diminishing returns kicking. We'll see. Something will be on the agenda there for that pre-show, and then we'll get going with Tides Tuesday when it's my turn for it. That'll be 10:30 p.m. That's Tuesday next week. Here on NashvilleLou Live. Not doing so hot here, huh? A big lose for me there on level 2. And again, it's luck of the draw. So here, it's not exactly a big output of resources to put in 0.03 MVP for a rematch. It's tower level 2, so it saves me the trouble of having to beat level 1 again. Small price to pay. So here we go again. Pay closer attention this time, I will. It's half white cards and some blue, a little bit of red for the Undead King. There we go. Won convincingly in the rematch there. Got that small output of MVP back and then some of that reward. To level 3. Creepo the Clown. A little bit of red, mostly white, no blue for Creepo. So I know these cards will only be red or white, no blue over there. So if I play a blue, it's hoping that it's a red, a fire that's played. It wasn't. Guess I'm playing ice here and then run to a fire. So it goes. There we go. Ace purple for the win. Level 3, score 5. Small amount of MVP. Meta Battler points. That's what you use in game to level up your cards. Level 4, half blue, half white, no red for Thin Man. Hello, Solkanar. Greetings and welcome, everybody. NashvilleLou live. Playing Meta Battler. We're going to have another Twitchy Tides game coming up here in just a few minutes. When Cam No goes live, we'll do a raid over there. He gets started. Big Halloween evening event. Victorious on level 4 with a score 3. A little shot at MVP up to level 5. Mr. Trickster. Half red, half white, no blue, head on a stick. Keep your head on a swivel. It's Meta Battler here on NashvilleLou Live. There we go. War Memorial Auditorium for the win. Level 5, score 6. 1.57 MVP. Reach level 6. This will be a good spot for me to go ahead and take my hourly breaks. Let's bring the slate up for just a moment. Get the orange background, very vivid there for that slate. It is Halloween after all, right? All right, so we've got 26 players lined up right now. If you'd like to join the list for the next Twitchy Tides game, all you have to do is type !play in chat. So it'll be about a 5-minute break. On the other side of that, Twitchy Tides, and then more Meta Battler as we get ready for Cam No to go live, and then we'll do a raid over there with fun times ahead here on this Halloween evening U.S. time. Back in just a few minutes with Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Stay tuned. right, coming back from break, NashvilleLou live. Last chance to get in on this Twitchy Tides game. Put the side overlay down. So you can type !play in chat to get in, but you need to do it right now. I will do the same. This time I'll go with a Soul the Catfish, that rare version there, the white with the yellow. A little glitter to start us off. Or the special commands that particular fish has. It also stands out well when you're looking at a big list of fish. Like when somebody's showing you a shrunken down, when they've got another game they're playing, they're getting you ready for that next one, kind of like I do, like most people that have it set up. Anyway, it shows up. It's easy to see. That's another part of the appeal. Well, it's Soul the Catfish. Who didn't like that? All right, so 30 players in for the winner. It'll be a Warsake foil prime card. An item from the NashvilleLou collection that'll give you a boost in Meta Battler. Got 30 players. This begins now. Good luck. We'll begin with 30. The event that I win, which happened earlier. If that happens again, then prize goes to second place. Finally, we're down to 20. And now it's Pinkful Asia. Wreaking havoc, bottom side of the board. We're down to 16. Who will be the winner of this Twitchy Tides game? Debo the Shark, topside. Takes out Deadly's World, eliminates Going Tonto. Salamander also taken out there. We're down to 13. It's tough to read those long names. They're very much like some of the sports jerseys, like Dominique Rogers Cromartie, where they try and fit the long double last name on the back. How large is that font? Meanwhile, it's Debo the Shark. Chomping through. We're down to 9. It's Twitchy Tides. You're on NashvilleLou Live Depth Charge. And that chain reaction takes us from 9 down to 5. As we hit 6 p.m. Eastern. A quick reset. This is NashvilleLou Live. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Big Worm with a hook is set on that right side of the screen. Lord Kuzu gets past, as does Veerman, but Grumar gets the hook. It's taken out. We're down to 4. It's Notorious Ninja, Lord Zuku, Veerman, and Naznar, the last 4, in this Twitchy Tides game here on NashvilleLou Live. Cannonball up top. Doesn't hit anybody. All 4 fish still in the mix. This final 4, Cannonball didn't miss that time. There goes Lord Zuku, and we're down to 3. Naznara, Veerman, and Notorious Ninja, the last 3. Here comes Debo the Shark. Chomping through. Eliminates Naznara. We're down to 2. It's Notorious Ninja and Veerman, the last 2, in this Twitchy Tides game. Cannonball. Bottom row. Both Veerman and Notorious Ninja managed to avoid it. And then Depth Charge out of nowhere. Tough break for Veerman. And it's Notorious Ninja victorious in this Twitchy Tides game. Please keep in mind that prizes will be sent out shortly after the conclusion of the broadcast. Those will be sent from my Fulfillments wallets on Wax. For Fulfillments with an S on the end. It'll be exactly 12 letters. This is one of those rare cases. Normally, fulfillments you don't think of as a plural, but if you're talking about the fulfilling of orders, fulfillments, it works. Not does it work, but specifically for this case. So sometimes things work out. We need exactly 12 letters. Congratulations, Notorious Ninja. Victorious. This Twitchy Tides game. All right, so Cam No is live. We'll do a raid over there in just a moment. Can't wait to see what he's got lined up for tonight. This Halloween fun. That should be very entertaining, very energetic, if I know Cam No at all. But first, a sig out, cut point for VOD, then we'll do the raid. That's going to do it for this broadcast of NashvilleLou Live. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Thanks for watching, See you next time.